San Francisco's Exploratorium has a new leader, the learning institution named Lindsay Bierman as its new executive director and CEO. Lindsay joins us now to introduce himself. Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you, Teresa. It is great to be with you, and I cannot wait to get started in April.
Tell me a little bit about what you're looking forward to as you kind of take the helm of this loved landmark in San Francisco.
Yeah, I love what they do. I think most of you viewers know it as a museum and think of it as a daytime destination, but they have a lot of fantastic evening events, as I'm sure you know, an awesome restaurant, which I also am sure you know, but they also do really amazing work with teachers all across the state of California. I'm not sure as many people realize that. We provide professional development programs, and it has a huge impact on science education in public schools all across the state. And as somebody who has led both in higher education and has provided education services through PBS to K-12 students, it's something that's really, really important to me. And then there's also the global collaboration. So we're helping people all over the world through exhibition, consulting, and fabrication understand the world around them. We've got projects in Kuwait, Brazil, Omaha, Nebraska, all over the place.
And it's always, it's such a dynamic place, right? I mean, you can't really necessarily in one sentence talk about how spectacular the Exploratorium is because it has its roots in so many different facets, right?
Right. I think it's important to remember that when the Exploratorium was founded 50 some years ago, it was really it was so pioneering because they invented the idea of the museum as an experience. So this idea of immersive education in a museum setting was a radical idea at the time, and it's been copied all over the world. But to this day, I think it seems more relevant than it ever has. I mean, you think about what's been lost in the pandemic with our nation's youth and, well, the world's youth, just in some cases going through 2 years of school closures. And I think that the joy of discovery through informal science education is something that the Exploratorium has done incredibly well and will continue to do. And we want to look for ways to extend that experience onto new platforms and expand that experience across countries as well.
Well, I can certainly talk personally because I have 11-year-old twins, and they have certainly, I've seen firsthand, really kind of suffered by not having that, experience, to be able to have the tactile experience, to be able to, explore where they have, and sadly, been in front of a screen. So it's really been this truncated time period that I want to get them back engaged in life, put the screen aside and actually interact, right?
Yeah, and so I think the Exploratorium has done an amazing job through their exhibitions at helping students and kids and families kind of reconnect to nature and understand natural phenomena. And there's this wonderful exhibition called Sun Painting, and even just that alone, it's just a way to kind of experience our own connection to the cosmos. I mean, it's a really extraordinary thing when you think about it, because we're consumed with so much, like we're scrolling social media, we're just sort of doing things mindlessly, and to take that time to really discover and imagine and kind of reconnect to to nature and to the cosmos, and to discover that sense of awe and curiosity, I think is really, really important. And I think it's more important now than ever when you think about what's at stake, given all of the multiple existential crises that we're facing across the planet right now and as a species.
It really is a pivotal moment, right, where we can really kind of turn and make sure that we have those connections again, make sure that we recreate and try and just have a better experience, because I feel like I feel like on one hand we did the right thing, and on the other hand I want to jumpstart us and I want to put a new battery in and reconnect us, right?
Right. I think, as we develop a scientific agenda for the years ahead, we have a lot to think about because, I want to carefully consider how we take on an issue of broad societal concern like climate change or helping the public and visitors understand, um, the nature of a pandemic. I think when it comes to climate change, do we want to, it can be a call to action, but we don't want to, we have an important role to play in helping to restore a public trust in science, in collaboration with our peers and partners all over the world. I think we have to start there because that is one of the things that's been lost over the past few years, especially.
So you start in April. Are you going to kind of hit the pavement and start running? Tell me a little bit about what you're hoping to accomplish in like a 3-point plan or something along those lines.
Yeah. A board member said, "Well, I hope you're able to get your feet wet before you, before you get started in April." And I'll tell you, Teresa, I'm in the deep end of the pool already. So it's been an adventure. But yeah, we've got, we have a lot of work to do to kind of strengthen our foundation. I want to build on and accelerate the diversity, equity, and inclusion work that the institution has started. Like many institutions and nonprofits and corporations, we're on a journey to becoming an anti-racist institution, and we want to continue that work. So much to learn and unlearn. We need to really align around a shared set of values internally, and I think I want to answer the question: what kind of change do we want to influence in the world through the sciences and through the arts? I think it's really important to ask who and what we're fighting for, in these years ahead. As I said, where so much is at stake. No pressure.
No pressure at all. And then, and I think that it would be remiss if I didn't mention about the fact that the Exploratorium is not just for like kids. It's really a very cool place for adults to go to. You and I were talking about how spectacular the restaurant is, which is a really nice thing as a parent to be able to like bring your kids to this cool place, learn a lot, and also eat well, right?
Yes, I would encourage everybody to go to the website and see the After Dark events. There's an awesome series. I have not yet attended one. I can't wait. I think the Exploratorium actually is known for having, if I'm not mistaken, one of the coolest museum parties in the city, if not the coolest museum. Am I right about that?
I'm going to go there with that. I'm going to go with there.
Yeah, I think we've got some pretty awesome events coming up over the next year for sure. As soon as it'll be like when we come out of this pandemic, if we ever get out of it, it'll be like the roaring 20s again or something.
No kidding. Well, let's leave on a high note, and we can't wait to welcome you. We are really, like a stone's throw away from the Exploratorium here at the Crown 4 Studios. So welcome early on, and we can't wait to see you in person.
All right, well, come see me, and I'll give you the insider tour. How about that?
Sounds like a great idea, especially to get my twins out of their comfort zone and into a great universe, right?
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. And let's ask, are you rooting for anyone for the Super Bowl? Just out of curiosity.
Oh my goodness, I'm not going to take sides in that one. I've lived in the South where football passions run very high, along with having grown up in Michigan, where the big game was Notre Dame and Michigan. And no, I'm not going there. I don't want to make it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, go team, right?
I'm going to be Switzerland in that regard, Teresa.
Very good. Well, have a wonderful weekend nonetheless, and early happy Valentine's Day. We appreciate the time.